It's time we talk about what's happening with Walmart. I mean, this could be the real sign of a recession for all of us. The retail giant is facing a wave of criminal and dangerous activities that are threatening its very existence. Now, you've seen the news. With a sharp rise in thefts, arsons, and shootouts, Walmart is fighting to stay alive. They've implemented advanced theft sensors with tracking devices on their baskets. I saw this TikTok recently. See if you guys can relate.
What the heck? The nail glue is locked? I guess I'm gonna grab an associate then.
Oh, excuse me, can you unlock the nail glue for me?
Okay, which one?
It's gonna be that nail glue right there.
Okay, and were you done shopping? Because I need to walk you to the checkout.
No, I'm not done shopping yet. I need to get one more thing.
I'll walk you over.
It's over there.
Okay, I guess I'm ready. Let me walk you to the checkout.
Aw, man, I meant to grab the regular flow, not the heavy one. Well, it's too awkward now.
Yeah, it's a joke, but they're hitting on some real truths here about how Walmart is just cracking down on theft and upping their security to ridiculous levels. But still, this has not stopped certain customers from purposely missing scans and incorrectly ringing up items in their carts at their self-checkouts, or even loading up carts and walking right out the front door without even paying. These acts of petty theft and non-essential looting are putting Walmart's profitability and shareholder confidence in a sink or swim kind of situation, not to mention jacking up the prices for people like me and you who are actually paying for stuff. Now, as a result, the company is putting plans in motion to shake up the retail shopping and consumer grocery industry in a major way. Some of the things that I've heard, Walmart is rolling out crypto payment support and venturing into the metaverse with their own cryptocurrency and NFTs. I personally heard from a Walmart worker who's been working with the retail giant for 20 years, and they said that theft really isn't a new problem. They think Walmart is actually just using theft as a reason and excuse for closing stores to rearrange their business model to increase online pickup and delivery. They also did a lot of this to themselves by letting consumers get by with acting up because they don't want to get sued. Now, with stores closing, prices going up, and more security measures being put into place, the situation at Walmart is becoming more and more increasingly dangerous. And with missing items and odd substitutions in online orders, customers are left wondering if all of this is part of a larger plan to limit exposure and maybe even move things altogether to the metaverse. Now, could this be the final warning sign of a major recession coming for the United States? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Make sure you're informed, sit tight, do not miss out on any of this important updates in this video. And for the best way to invest in gold, hit the link in the description down below of this video. Now, guys, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Walmart is closing another 15 stores across 11 states. Now, let's look at the list to see if your favorite store has been affected by this. So the Walmart stores that are closing include locations in Arkansas, 1 store. Georgia, you got 2 stores. Florida's got 1 store. Hawaii, 1 store. Illinois, 3 stores. Indiana, 1 store. Minnesota, 1 store. New Mexico, 1 store. Oregon, 2 stores. Texas, they're shutting down 1 store. Washington, they're shutting down 1 store. Washington, D.C., 1 store. And Wisconsin, 1 store. Now, the Bentonville, Arkansas-based grocery chain cited poor financial performance as a reason behind its string of store closures. Now, they're also laying off hundreds of workers at 5 e-commerce fulfillment centers across the U.S. Pay attention, guys. This is a really huge sign of the times. Now, I'm going to do my best to leave a list of the Walmart closures list in the description down below with the addresses of the Walmart locations that are closing in the description of this video. I'll do my best to remember to leave that for you. By the way, a Walmart truck driver said to watch the dates on your food that you're purchasing because the stores that close up, they usually ship out the remaining products to open stores. Now, I would love to get you guys' input on this. I mean, really just some boots on the ground information from our financial freedom community. Are you guys seeing expired foods on the shelves? Tell me about the Walmart or any other big box grocery store chain in your area. Just drop me a quick comment down below. Now, you know what I think? Walmart might be packing it up, really just pulling out their stakes and moving things virtual. So first they're doing massive layoffs. Then they're probably going to be moving everything to the metaverse, this brand new world, which makes everything just, kind of like a virtual reality. You guys heard about the lawsuit that they're facing with the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission? Well, apparently the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission is accusing a regional section of the company of firing a deli worker who had Crohn's disease. They're saying that Walmart broke federal law by not accommodating her disability-related leave and for firing her over absences. The woman had even asked for intermittent leave and a transfer to a job closer to the bathroom, but Walmart still fired her for having too many absences. And get this, guys, she had doctor's notes for some of the absences that they didn't even excuse. Interesting. The EEOC is now going after Walmart for back pay and damages, and they want to end an ongoing discrimination. This is kind of crazy, right? I mean, I would think Walmart would be smarter than that. It just kind of goes to show what Walmart and some of these other big businesses really prioritize. Now, there's also the self-checkout that they're really pushing hard on the customers. I mean, some people I know, they never even use the self-checkout. They prefer not to, rather deal with a human. They say that they don't work for Walmart or any other store that has self-checkout, so why should they have to do all the work? What do you guys think? Then there's the whole metaverse thing, right? You guys heard about that. Walmart's going virtual and debuted 2 new experiences on the virtual gaming platform Roblox. So this was a while back, but it definitely had some pretty interesting stuff there. So their first attempt at the virtual world will have a cool blimp that drops toys, a music festival with top artists, a bunch of different games, and a store of virtual merchandise, or Virch, which matches what you can find in Walmart stores and on their websites. So these experiences are called Walmart Land and Walmart's Universe of Play. And so Walmart is trying out new ways to reach shoppers, especially after the pandemic shook up shopping habits and they got people more engaged with social media, apps, and other gaming websites. Now, they've hosted shoppable live streaming events in TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, and created meal recipes through a partnership with Meredith, and even rolled out augmented reality power tools on Pinterest. Now they're using Roblox as a testing ground to learn from the next generation of shoppers, specifically Generation Z. For now, Walmart's not going to make any money from its immersive experiences. Gamers can earn tokens and other rewards to use toward virtual merchandise on Roblox, but they might make money from it in the future by charging a brand for inclusion or trying to turn people's virtual experiences into real-world store visits or online purchases. So yeah, this could really end up being the start of Walmart just kind of pulling up the stakes and moving things toward the metaverse. I mean, they're definitely going to be dealing with less real-world theft and real-world employee lawsuits this way. But really, it's just kind of a shame for regular people who don't participate much in this kind of thing. Y'all know what I'm saying. Then again, this may be Walmart's way of coping with the coming recession. Yup, at this point, it's all but assured that we're going to be seeing a recession this 2023. I mean, the signs are all here, guys. Over a year ago, I predicted that we'd be in a recession by the second half of 2023. This was obvious with how long interest rates have been so low, which led to housing bubbles, stock market crashes, and bond market crashes. So to fix the high inflation that hit 9% in June 2022, the Federal Reserve decided to increase the federal funds rate. They hoped that it would cool down the demand for goods and services, bringing the inflation rate down to its target of 2%. But even though they raised interest rates throughout 2022 to try and get inflation to its target rate, the latest data is showing that prices still increased by 6% in February of 2023 compared to the same month the previous year. Now, this is still way above the new Fed funds target rate of 5%. The Fed usually raises the funds rate above the inflation rate to fix inflation, but it doesn't look like Jerome Powell is going to be doing that. Jerome Powell has more problems than fixing the inflation rate, like the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. So this complicates things because the Fed has to manage the macro economy while ensuring financial stability when banks fail. So really, the Fed should be taking a big part of the blame here. They made money very easy for the banks with those low interest rates. They removed regulations for fractional reserve banking, basically saying to banks that they can keep gambling away at people's money in risky investments. The FDIC's got it anyway. And so yeah, now that the Fed has to raise interest rates and people are taking out their money, banks just can't cope, so they inevitably shut down. Now at this point, even a whisper of banks' shaky financial conditions could lead to a rash of bank runs. The Fed situation is tricky because when inflation starts to rise, it takes a big move in interest rates to fix the public's appetite for debt. And so that would reduce demand and cause prices to go down. And we're seeing a rise in unemployment in the financial sector and the high-tech sector because of the Fed's easy money policy since 2008. Goldman Sachs has announced that they will be laying off around 4,000 employees, and they're going to be cutting Goldman Sachs employee bonuses. This is an example of what's to come in Wall Street in 2023. Then we're going to see higher unemployment rates in the rest of the country. Meta, Amazon, and almost all of the other big tech companies have also announced a downsizing to their workforces. Now, if layoffs continue to happen, then we'll probably definitely see a recession. That's why big banks are scrambling to clean up their name and make banking seem secure again. Highlight the keyword seem. First Citizens Bank managed to snatch up SVB's assets for a steal, and even more importantly, it sent a message to the markets that there's still hope for SVB's reputation and relationships with clients despite its financial difficulties. This could very well be the boost that SVB needs to rise from the dead, but it'll only happen if the environment stays positive. You see, the whole banking situation is all about trust. Now, another bank in trouble, First Republic, they got a boost after the reports came out that the U.S. authorities might give them more time to shore up their liquidity situation. They may not even need that much more time since smaller banks aren't fleeing to larger ones as quickly. And then, of course, there's KeyCorp, which has been tanking ever since the start of the banking crisis. But Citi upgraded them to a buy from neutral, giving them a chance to surge up 68.6%. Definitely check out their stock on the stock market. Now, the good vibes were reflected in the SPDRs and S&P's regional banking ETF, KRE, ticker symbol KRE. So that ETF rose 0.87%. Major indexes, except for the NASDAQ Composite, they also closed for the day in green. Tech shares have been killing it as the bank struggled, but now they're facing some difficulties of their own. Alphabet slid 2.83%. Apple lost 2.8%, and Meta fell 1.5%. Charles Schwab experts, they pointed out that the S&P 500's information technology sector's valuation has rose more than 30% relative to the performance of the companies, which isn't quite a return to the sky-high valuations of the pandemic days, but it's still something to keep an eye on in terms of the whole banking crisis. Hopefully this gets under control. But what about you guys? Like, where have you put your money these days? I know a lot more people are buying gold. Obviously, for the best way to invest in gold, hit the link in the description down below this video. But let me know where you guys are financially right now so that we can kind of tailor our future content accordingly. Just drop me some comments down below, guys. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in for today's video, and thanks for always hitting the like button. I totally appreciate that. It's always important to stay informed about what is happening in the retail industry, especially when it comes to major players like Walmart. This is where it all starts, so we've got to keep an eye out for the signs about how our economy is really in danger. So definitely stay informed, don't miss out on the future updates, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next one.